Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for our Junior Achievement Career Speaker Series session. We're excited to have Milana with us and interested for you to learn more about the awesome work she is doing. Thank you, Milana, for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me. Hello to everybody.
So, Milana, I would like to ask you to begin by sharing a bit of your story with us so that the students can get to know you.
Okay, well, again, hello to everybody watching. My name is Milana. I am 23 years old. I come from Russia, Moscow. I moved to America when I was 9 years old. I actually went to Ruth K. Broad. Proud to say that's where I learned most of my English. Hopefully, it's good enough. Then I went to ATM. I graduated from Alonzo and Tracy Morning, following going to Florida State. I enjoyed my time there. And then when I got back to Miami, I decided to start my career. But before I got into anything specific, I wanted to be a waitress. I wanted to see what it's like. I thought it would build my character a little more. I think everyone should do it once in their life. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Thank you, Milana. So, what is your current role or the organization for which you work, and how did you fully get into that role?
Okay, so when I moved back to Miami, I actually started working at the restaurant. As I said, it was called The Alchemist back then. And the owner over there was super cool guy, very caring. He just loves his employees. Just I don't know how to explain a person. He's just a great human being. So I was working there only part time. I would say I was a young girl. I had other things going on, so I wasn't really focused on the job too much. But I guess he saw potential in me, so he gave me a job offer. He decided to open a new business, which was going to be right next door to the restaurant, and they called it Lolita Dessert Club. He offered me the manager position, and I was so young, I didn't really know what it entailed, but I was like, okay, so if someone saw potential in me, let's do it. Let me try my best. Let's see what I can do with what I'm given. So we started the business, I think, around 2.5 years ago. And when I was told that I was going to be manager, I thought it entailed almost like the same exact thing as I did next door, which is the restaurant. They already had a system, but here they didn't have any system. It was like starting from zero. There's no, the only thing that they had was a concept, meaning, as you could see in the background, the beautiful fairy tale like bakery. They knew they wanted to be a bakery, and they knew they wanted to be Barbie like, very pink, very pretty. But we didn't know what we wanted on the display. We didn't know what we wanted to bake. None of us were bakers either. So when we started, it was a lot of trial and error, I would say. And how I fully got in the role, honestly, I just had to become responsible because I was the only person downstairs working in the store. Also, prior to me not knowing anything about team building and baking and system building, meaning like inventory and all the specific details that go into it, I would say my boss did like a really good job of guiding me. He was a really good mentor. Um, what else entails into my current role? So yeah, I manage the downstairs and I do events, we do catering, I do baking. And again, I'm not a professional baker, but I'm getting there. Hopefully one day I'll get there.
How have
So
you learned how to bake?
one more time.
How have you learned how to bake? How have you learned?
Well, I didn't have any, I obviously didn't go to school for baking, but it was mostly trial and error. As everyone knows, YouTube has all the answers. So I looked online, I watched tons and tons of videos, hours of what's the proper baking temperature, what's the proper ingredients, what makes the best recipes, and different things like that. So all of us worked on this together as well, 100%. It was not just me, the whole team, hand in hand. So yeah, that's where I got my baking skills from, as far as they go.
Okay, thank you, Milana. So my next question for you is, can you describe a typical day or week in your role?
Hmm. Okay, so I would say let's start. I'll give you like Monday through Sunday rundown. So Monday, we always go over everything that happened on the weekend or during the prior week. I'll do the inventory list. I'll see what's selling, what's not selling. I'll check the waste reports. And also, so we have an office upstairs. So the bakery's downstairs, office is upstairs. We have a marketing team upstairs. We have our accountant, and we have the owners sitting with us every single day, Monday through Friday. And so we just touch base on Monday, plan things that we want to do for the week, and go through event inquiries. That's super important for us. So on the weekend is where we usually get most of the calls. Oh, I want to do a birthday party here. I want to do a birthday party outside. We want to do a picnic. Can you cater? So we try to contact everybody as soon as we can, as soon as we get into the office. Tuesdays, I would say we go to meetings outside, like me and my partner, which is my right hand, her name is Becky. She's fantastic. So we go hand in hand. We try to find opportunities outside of the bakery, which is like going to offices, looking to meet people, and mostly it's called like networking, to meet people where we can get an opportunity to branch out and maybe do a pop-up somewhere. Super, super important. And like a pop-up is we'll take all of our stuff, just like bringing this bakery somewhere else. From even if it's a little table, that table is beautiful. It's all pink, all the tea sets, all the desserts, everything is freshly baked, and we just take it to anywhere we're supposed to go. So yeah, Tuesdays is like community promotions, trying to do our best. Wednesdays is definitely everybody's but mine favorite day, because Wednesdays, as they did in the movie, the Mean Girls movie, they say Wednesdays we wear pink. So they forced me to wear pink on Wednesdays, and we do content all day long, meaning like I'll prep some desserts that we want to focus on for the week. Because at the end of the day, as somebody would think, social media in this day and age goes so far for everybody. If you don't have a social media for your business, like I don't know how much you're going to succeed unless your audience is like 50 and above. So yeah, so we do content on Wednesdays. We'll focus, and there's a lot that goes into it, like a lot of planning, a lot of um, theme planning as well. What's the vibe for the week? And we'll plan our posts throughout all the week. Now, let's move on from Wednesday. Wednesday is a fun day, I cannot lie. Thursday, I just catch up on emails, maybe have a day off. Um, Also plan future desserts and upcoming projects just on my own, what I want to do, what I want to come up for the bakery. Fridays, we finish event preparations, which is we'll close, for example, we do have events, and when we have events, we build their menus, what they want to have, like what type of food they want, what desserts. We'll help them organize every little thing for, even if it's a baby shower, if it's a little girl's birthday party, we'll do everything for them. So we'll plan everything. So when they do arrive on Saturday and Sunday, there is not one question that everything is going to go perfect. Let's see what else we do on Fridays. Yeah, just prep for the weekend. And then everybody leaves Monday through Friday. All the office gals have days off on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday is like my Monday and Tuesday. So Saturday and Sunday, we start baking around 6 a.m., sometimes even earlier. We prep the whole display. We bake it from scratch. We do cookies, we do donuts, we do crepes, all the little things. And that definitely takes a lot of time. And on the weekends, so I like to come up with new things. We'll do croissants, pastries, babkas. I can't describe how good all this stuff is. I have a sweet tooth, so whoever wants to come visit, come on the weekends. I'll be here. After we do the baking, I love working in the store because I do that on the weekends. On the weekends only usually, and I love meeting the customers. I love selling. Selling is my favorite thing. So sales skills, super important. We do that on Saturday and Sunday. And after I finish round 2, I go straight into events, which is I gotta run into the event room, the tea room. We set everything up. We have like 45 people coming in for an event. Super, like it's super great, but it's also very nerve-wracking. Like you have to execute. So we set everything up as fast as we can. We make sure all their food is ready, desserts were ready, drinks, champagne, like all this stuff for the event, and then clean up. And then I go home and sleep. That is
Sounds,
my set. That's my week.
sounds like a busy week for you. A
Yeah.
lot of moving parts, a lot to do, right? So my next question would be, what are the most rewarding and challenging aspects of your job?
Um, I would say so. Let's start with rewarding because honestly, this job is very rewarding. I would say my favorite thing is, well, I don't know if it's my favorite, but like all of this stuff is my favorite. But when a customer comes back, like just because they had like a single cookie that was made by me or like something that I invented, and they're like, oh my God, where is this? It was so good. I had to come back. Or they come back with their friends. Oh, it's the best. And like just having regular customers who you get to know and they get to know you is just my favorite thing, I think, as someone who manages a not a restaurant, a bakery from zero to see. I see people that used to come here like on our first opening week, and then they still come here. That's my favorite, and they know me by name, and I know them by name, so I know their whole life story at this point. That's my favorite. But also, I think rewarding also because I have a team. I work with probably like 5+ girls, and just the fact that I get to see, for example, I'll be in the store and somebody comes in and asks for them. Are they here today? All this stuff, they were fantastic. Or I see reviews online because we always go through reviews and seeing their names, oh, it like warms my heart. Like customer service is our number one priority, 100%. And something else. Yeah, I have two more things. There was a baby shower we did. It was our first event, and we weren't like, I would obviously trial and error. You get better with time when you do your events. We adjusted a lot, but she was our first event, and she came back like a year later with her baby, and that was definitely something so beautiful. She showed us pictures from the event, and just the fact that we were able to give her a special day, like it's a baby shower, it's your baby, like it's amazing. That really touched my soul. One more thing. Donating is my favorite. Donating, just the fact that we're able to do something like that as a small business, and the owners are so great that not once have we ever been questioned the decisions we want to make when it comes to donation. They're just like, yes, 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 absolutely. So we've donated to the Caring Place, the shelter in downtown Miami, and Joe DiMaggio Hospital. We met the staff, the nurses, the doctors. It was really good. Like that was very, very, very rewarding. Now let's move to the challenges. That's well, as since I was young when I started this job, I was only 20 years old. 20 years old, and then they like you're still young. You don't have crazy responsibilities when you're 20, and managing a whole team, managing a whole business from zero is a lot of stress. So I think the hardest thing for me, the challenging from the beginning was building a team. Building a team because being a being a manager to, I would say, teenage girls, because that's the employees that we have, high schoolers, is very difficult. It is a difficult job. Um, just teaching them that to prioritize work is important. You have to put in the work to get rewarded. Like there's a lot that goes into building a team, how you want them to speak to the customers, what's the uniform you want people to wear, what's the vibe that you want to give off to your employees as well. Like, am I supposed to be strict? I'm only 20 years old. Like, that was definitely a difficult thing for me. I definitely didn't take the strict vibe. I cannot lie. I like to be friends with all of my employees. Um, what else can I tell you? Mm, yeah, building the playbook for the employees was definitely the hardest thing I had to do. Um, oh, wait a minute. What
Like,
about
can you explain what a playbook is for them?
yeah, so meaning like what do I want them to do when it's not busy? What they need to clean? How much time do they have between prep and like store opening? how much time, because the girls, when I'm not here, the girls are reliable enough to run an event by themselves. So I have to sit back and I have to trust them. There's a time that I went to Russia for like a month. I had to stay there, and the girls just fantastic work. Just the fact that they had a play by play, it was like, do this at this time, do that at this time, do this at that time. Like they knew everything they had to do, and the execution of the team was fantastic. So one more challenging thing that I had, obviously, is baking. I would say baking is the hardest one. After, no, you know what? Baking goes first. Let me stop myself, because I cannot lie. Again, I was 20 years old. I've never cooked anything that was remotely close to what I have to do here. I've never baked. So honestly, it was the me and the male owner downstairs every single day, like 12 hours a day, learning how much each cookie had to be in the oven. I know it sounds funny, but like every little detail of how much measurements or how much this or how much that, like I didn't know any of this. So it was me and his name's Chen, and it was me and him sitting there watching YouTube videos, planning on what we're gonna do for the recipes, how we're gonna execute, talking to professional bakers, trying to have them help us. They've come in, taught me some things, but it was always like a little bit, but everything else I had to learn on my own. And even now it's trial and error, because obviously I did not go to school for this. So I'm still learning. Like it's still a challenge for me every single day. So I would say self-taught.
That's great. That leads me into the next question, which is, are there any specific skills or qualities that you feel are essential for success in your industry?
Well, yes, let's say that. So I think we'll start with a little bit. I'd say attention to detail is key, because at the end of the day, as you can see behind me, it's a see-through bakery. So everything that goes on behind, the customer could see. So attention to detail, meaning what boxes am I putting on the shelf? How would that like show a person? For example, you walk into the bakery, you just see desserts. But my attention to detail, you see the boxes on top. What goes in the boxes? Is everything sold by boxes? Like, how could I put enough detail into the setup every single day where it's going to affect the person's mind to maybe get something more than one cookie? Like maybe get the box because it looks beautiful. So attention to detail also meaning the cleaning is super important. Hygiene over here, like every little thing, the night shift, the morning shift, scrubbing everything. And I do it myself every single time I work too. It's a team effort. Um, Organization goes right behind it, because at the end of the day, this is a restaurant-like place. So inventory has to be taken every single day. And by inventory, I mean like baking powder, baking soda, heavy cream. And not just that, it goes into not just the baking ingredients, the boxes, the cups, the so it's like if you're missing something in a business, it looks bad on you. So if somebody walks in and they're like, "Oh my God, I saw online you have crepes, but I don't have the crepe holders anymore." I'm like, "Oh God." Like it shows every little thing that we do shows all the organizations, shows to every customer that walks in here, I would like to say. I hope. Then
Like there's a lot of math and science skills that
yeah, 100%. So I think that was going to be a thing when I started this job? No, but definitely I'm out here doing equations for every recipe I have to make. We're doing like measurements. All the girls are screaming. They're like, "Thank God I took AP stats. Thank God I took statistics or algebra." Yeah, definitely math and science for sure. The experimenting with the recipes. Do I think I'm gonna say in my field, I'm gonna keep it to management instead of only baking. But if you want to be a baker, you definitely need the skill of learning. Like you need the skill of being able to listen to criticism, hear what other people think of your work 100%. Because you might have a certain palate, you might have a certain taste for things, and the other person's like, well, that's not very good. So yeah, and also having a backbone. I don't know if it's a quality for sure. Being able to take the difficulty of the pressure. The pressure is so strong in a business like this, because when you're running a 45 people event and your girls are in high school, so they're super stressed, being able to just calm them down, run the show, super difficult. But okay, so I guess that goes into leadership skills. And there's a big difference between being a manager and being a leader. I would say 100%. Manager, I could have done everything by the book, 100%. So I could have went and just didn't make a connection with my employees. Just said, you need to do this, you need to do this. This we're open, we close. But to me, it was like, it didn't feel genuine. Like, I want to be a leader in a way that the girls enjoy their job, they enjoy what they do, and when they come to work, they're not like scared of their manager. They're mostly like, yay, I'm working with Milana today, or like, ooh, like we're having a good time. I hope that's what the girls feel, and as long as they stay here, I would like to say that that's the feedback I've gotten so far. So I'm super grateful for that. But it didn't just come from me, it came from the owners. The way they treated me when I first came here, I definitely did learn from them. Like, my boss definitely mentored me in a way where it's not the end of the world. Like, if you mess up, like, relax. Because I used to be super specific in everything I did, and I would freak out when I did something wrong, and I'd be like, I'm so sorry. He's like, please stop apologizing. Like, it's okay, let's learn from this, let's move on. He's very genuine people, and they understood that, again, we're all still young, we're all still learning. This mistakes that we have to make, we probably haven't even made yet. So I'm the same way. Being a leader is very important, and you have to have strong work ethic. If you're not about what you're doing as a manager, your team is going to feel it. If you're coming to work and you're like, oh, I gotta work again, your team is going to be the same way. And the whole place, in my opinion, again, since the customer service is so important, if you're not coming here on 100 and then your team is not picking up on that same energy, that customer is not going to pick up on 100 either. Like, he's not going to come back for the employees. And it's that like does a dishonor to the business. Like, this place is so beautiful. How could I have someone who's upset behind my counter? Or how could I be upset even coming here, honestly? Like, I have an amazing time every time I work. It's also, I really do love what I do. I like this place. I like the management. I like the owners. Everyone is super genuine. More specific skills.
Sorry, it's actually already 9:24. So I know you have so much great advice. And with that,
Wow.
are there any closing thoughts that you would like to share? I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to make sure we have enough time because we do have a little surprise for our viewers. So is there anything else you'd like to share? Do you have any samples that are nearby that
Oh, yes.
see?
I just wanted to show everybody, we do have, since we're setting up the display, I have some freshly baked cookies. So I just wanted to show you guys, this is how they look. This is our little box. I'm going to show you the box. So if you're ever around, come by, say hello. They're cute little boxes. And then I'm going to show you really quick how we make a creme brulee. I had to prep a little presentation. So this is our crepe, and there's a bunch of sugar on top. So what you do is you're going to take your torch, you're going to light it up. Not too strong. And then we're going to burn the top. So this is, I would say this is a French thing. And it's really good. It's a crepe. Inside we have banana pudding. And we usually put a wafer on top. And the cream is brulee cream inside, as you can see. Oh, this is my favorite dessert for sure. Okay, so I think this is good. Alrighty, guys. That's good.
Any closing thoughts, Milana?
Closing thoughts. Just some advice that I would like to give. Just if you're looking to get into a management field, or if you're interested in the future, you don't know yet, but you want to be a manager of some sort, definitely right now, while you guys are all still young, take advantage of it, take leadership opportunities. I got to experience some leadership opportunities in high school. I was class president and I got to be the captain of the volleyball team. So all of these things, they gave me, I would say, a lot of confidence to to grow and be able to compete with people that are above my age and who have done things like this before. So definitely do as much clubs, as much as sports, do anything that you can do to make other people, like motivate other people in any possible way. Also, life is short. Do what you love 100%. Don't waste your time on something that you don't love to do. Just do what you love and do it at 100%, always. That's all I think I got for today.
Thank you so much, Milana. We really enjoyed hearing from you today, and this was really helpful for our student viewers. We appreciate your time.
Of course, thank you guys. It was very nice talking to you guys. Thank you for the opportunity as well. Thank you from Lolita Dessert Club in general. I hope you guys come visit us whenever you get the chance.